is Delta for the Commodore 64. What you just heard before, for me, is one of my most favourite pieces of music on the Commodore 64 by Rob Hubbard, which was the theme to Delta. I think it's amazing. Now, I know the music was essentially taken from some music piece creation thing that I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce the name of. But anyway, I'm aware of that. But even so, I think the music in this game is absolutely fantastic. A real masterpiece of work by Rob Hubbard, because even if he did take from it, which, he openly said he did, as far as I'm aware he did anyway, it's still a great rendition, is the point that I'm making. The thing is, that's probably the highest point of this game. Delta, in many respects, is kind of a bit of a prototype to Armalite, the video that I've got coming up next after this one. But in a lot of respects, it doesn't really share a huge lot in common in gameplay terms, aside from the fact that it's a scrolling shooter. I know some of the marketing around Armalite sort of marketed it as a sequel to Delta 2's Delta 2 Armalite. I don't think they are similar in that respect. The big problem with this game is it's just too bloody hard. And it can, like all games, practice, memory, you can get there. But what you're seeing here is the big problem. See what happened there? I picked up a power-up which immediately turned the other power-up blocks to grey. And because I clipped one of them, I blew up. And that mechanic is just total nonsense. No power-up, as far as I'm concerned, should ever kill you in a game. To have power-ups that essentially become obstacles, immovable, indestructible obstacles to you while you're playing the game, like you can see here, if you hit one of the grey ones, you're dead. The ones you can pick up are blue. Now, here's another example right here. See that? Game over. So somehow I was supposed to know that there was only one gap that I could get my ship through in that section before I was killed. And that, again, okay, yeah, it's a memory test, great. But that shouldn't be the basis of what makes a game good. It has to be fair. And there was too much of this, which was, in my opinion, unfair. And it kind of made this go from a pretty good game when it should have been an outstanding game. The ingredients are there. They're just not executed well at all. I hate this idea that a bloody... There again, my ship isn't moving very fast. Your ship moves very slow and shoots like a single shot like you see here, until you shoot enough of the waves of bad guys to be able to get power up. But the thing is, look how slow my ship is moving down the screen. So the manoeuvrability just isn't there until I pick up one of them things. I narrowly missed that. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. But that's the problem with the game. And that's it. And you're screwed. You've been blown up, and that's it. You're in trouble. It's just, who thinks that's a good mechanic? And to set the colour scheme as well, that's not massively different to what's going to kill you. It's sadistic, and that is the thing with this game. A lot of it just feels sadistic. Like, let's make a game that's unfairly difficult, and it does leech a lot of the enjoyment out of it. And it's a shame, because I like the visuals. I say the music I absolutely adore. And I did play the game quite a bit. I did get reasonably good at it, but only because I played it a lot and memorised a lot of the stuff. And I get that that was par for the course back then with a lot of games. But there's difficulty settings that are fair, and difficulty settings that just aren't. And when you can't achieve something because, you know, unless you nail it absolutely spot on right out of the gate, if you mess this first bit up, you might as well just restart. You're playing catch up, and it's so difficult because your ship doesn't shoot fast enough, you can't move fast enough, so you got no chance of getting a power up. And if you can't get the power up, you can't progress in the game. And if you hit the wrong power up, you blow up. So, I mean, you can see here I was getting marginally better just remembering where things were. But again, that shouldn't be the case early on in the game. The first level or two in the game should be easing you into the game. Like there, I just couldn't shoot fast enough. One of my bullets missed, and because of the nature of how I was shooting, I couldn't kill the other thing quick enough, so I died. And that early on in the game shouldn't be part of the mechanic. The mechanic in the early parts of the game should always be to make you learn the game. And the other problem is as well, almost on the flip side, you pick up the speed up too often and the ship becomes uncontrollably fast. So you're trying to find this happy medium, which, believe me, is not easy. The weird thing is I still actually enjoy the game, but then again I like Dark Souls games, so that doesn't really say much. I do have a bit of a masochistic edge to gameplay. I've become very determined to learn it. But, you know, if you're not one of those people, you're not going to like this game at all. And it's a shame because the ingredients should be there. You know, it should be a great game, but it just doesn't come together well. They just don't mix well. So anyway, that's Delta on Commodore 64. If you like unfairly difficult games, check it out. Check out the great music, and thanks for watching.